It's time to get real with Eddie, here to help you understand the changing real estate market and meet your real estate goals. Over 19 years in the business. 2018 Realtor of the Year of Three Rivers, past president of the Three Rivers Association of Realtors, director at the Illinois Association of Realtors, and team lead of the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner. Here's Eddie Ruettiger.
And welcome to Get Real with Eddie. It is Tuesday, the day before Snowmageddon.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Snowmageddon anniversary.
We got a lot to get to, and of course my computer doesn't want to cooperate. I'm trying to get the files opened, and they're just not opening. So hold on, let me try this. There we go. All right, while those are getting all set and opening up, here in the studio with me, we have none other than, of course, Nancy and Roberto from the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner, and myself, Eddie. And we got numbers as promised. Let's get right into it, because there is a lot of numbers to go through.
Before we jump into there,
yes,
I just want to say big news on the commercial real estate front.
Uh-oh, what'd I miss?
Portillo's is opening today. Just saying.
Oh, really?
Portillo's in Joliet.
I passed by last week, and it looked like it was,
they're ready.
You know,
They're, and I will be there after the show getting my chopped salad. Just
my wife got us the advance passes. We already went.
Oh,
yeah, we were there last Monday. We went through the drive-thru. It was a limited menu. Yeah, so it's like the soft opening, you know, where they're trying to test and train and everything. So, yeah, we were there last Monday. And I actually had first time I had a hamburger because I just didn't feel like getting an Italian beef.
They have good burgers.
I was very impressed with the burgers. Yeah.
Usually when I go to Portillo's, I just get like a cheeseburger. I'm not really much of an Italian beef guy at all.
Oh, I love Italian
Really?
beef. Yeah, good, especially if it's got a good spice to it. You know, that's the thing. A lot of restaurants will make it very bland, but if it's got a good spice to it, definitely want an Italian beef.
I'm obsessed with the chopped salad. I love their chopped salad.
Awesome. All right. So, as promised to our audience, it is time to look at some numbers of what is going on here. And I want to start with Will County. So, overall, Will County is up 13.1%. So we're going to look at the trailing 12 months. And here's the question I want to put to you guys before we really get into these numbers. Do we want to focus on the average, or do we want to focus on the median? And I think we should probably do a definition recap of average versus median for everybody. So median is your actual middle. Average is not your middle. All right. Average is the average of amount. So prime example, if you have a group of numbers like 80, 90, 100, and then you have one at 500,000, your median is going to be like 100. That's the middle number. But your average is going to be over 100,000 because you have that one outlier.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that could be both on the high side, or it could be on the low side. It can pull it up or it could pull it down. That's why I like to go for the median number personally. What do you guys think?
I think it's more accurate, like you said, to go the median number, just because, like you said, it could get pulled, especially with new build. It's gonna pull it higher.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I mean, I prefer to go to the median route just because I don't want to get pulled. I don't want a comp that's $600,000 and that pulls up the average. I would rather have something that's actually in the middle.
All right, so we're all on the same page. We all agree that we should look at the median.
Yes.
All right, so with that being said, Will County's median sales price was up 13.1%. A median sales price home was $310,000 in Will County in the trailing 12 months. So you're up 13% overall if you live in Will County. The percentage of list price received on the trailing 12 months, because we're trying to look at what's been going on in the last 12 months, last year, 100.3%, up 3.1%. So there was a total of new listings of 11,560. Under contracts was 9,280. and closed sales 9,380. So we were up 3.9% in closed, down 5.4 in new listings, and down 0.2% in under contract. The average market time is 32 days in the trailing 12 months.
That's really a telling sign. I mean, as far as what our year, a big snapshot of what the year was like.
I mean, look at 2020, it's 66. Right now we're at 32. That's huge.
That's a valid point. Last year was 66 units, or 66 days average. We're down 51.5%.
Big number.
Yeah. So, I'm going to be jumping around on you guys here. We're going to go to Grundy County. I want to look at the counties overall first. I know this is going to be such an exciting show, but trust me, folks, you want to listen because you're going to want to know what your values have gone up this year, because it's going to be a lot of numbers being thrown at you. But for Grundy County overall, you are looking at a 9.5% increase in median sales price. $272,000 was the median price in Grundy County. 800, talking about this is the night and day difference between Will and Grundy. 872 transactions in the trailing 12 months. 716 under contract. 729 closed units in the trailing 12 months. That's the difference when you're talking between, you look at Will County, closed transactions, 9,000, and we're looking at 700. Big difference in population, big difference in lifestyles, rural versus suburbs, I would say. You can even get into a little bit of my city living with it, honestly.
Is Grundy, like, what cities is it? Because, is it like, what is it? It's like Yorkville and areas like that?
No, you're looking Morris, you're looking at Minooka.
Okay.
It's kind of like the draw line.
All right.
So, you're looking also, Minooka's a good aspect. County Line Road would be where your thing. So you got Grundy County there. You got Kane and Kendall up north of Grundy County.
Okay. Gotcha.
So those counties are above to the north. So Morris, Mazan, things along that. Gardner.
So pretty much like a rural areas.
It's rural.
Yeah.
Yeah, so looking at the numbers, 34 days of average market time in Grundy County, 98.7% of asking price.
Yeah, and I just want to point out, average market time difference between 2020 was 84 days versus 2021 at 34 average market time.
It's a big difference. That's 59.5% decrease in market time.
That tells you what the market is, just by those numbers alone.
Like I said, that gives you a huge snapshot of the crazy that was going on in 2021.
So let's stay in Grundy County, and let's look at Minooka. Roberto, why don't you give us Minooka's numbers?
As for the new listings, there's 185. That's negative 18.9%. And then the median sales price is $305,000. Up 13%. And then for the average market time is 26 days. That's, negative 60%, 60.6%.
60% decrease in average market time in Minooka. And I from my point of view, buyers come to me all the time, and one of the biggest selling points on Minooka is schools. So schools, it's a little bit more of a suburban atmosphere, kind of slash to the rural,
Yeah.
So I mean, these are things that buyers look for when they're looking at what's going on out there in their communities and stuff. So I can't remember if I showed anything in Minooka last year. I think I showed one or two. but it's just one of
Yeah,
those
I was
weird.
gonna say I showed a couple in Minooka last year.
I think we had some transactions. I can't remember. We had a lot of transactions last year, so trying to keep up with everything I was doing, what you guys were doing, had me racing my wheels. That and there was something about a hospital stay. I don't remember what that was about. I mean, yeah.
All I can say is it was exhausting being Eddie.
To say the least, yeah.
All right, let's look at Morris next. So Nancy, give us Morris numbers.
Okay, Morris, overall, new listings, 338. That was up 8% over the trailing 12. Can't talk today. Median sales price up 13.9%, $265,000, with an average market time of 40 days, down from 85 days in 2020. That's 52.9% difference.
Yeah, so basically we're seeing, more than half, speaking with average market time, it's like more than half of compared to last year. Most of them.
And market time wasn't bad. I mean, honestly, you're not looking at horrible market times. If you go back historically, the reason why you have a listing agreements, most agents take a 6-month agreement, some take 12 months, depends, was because it took 6 months to sell a house. The average market time historically used to be 183 days. It was between 180 to 185. That was
now, after 183 minutes, if it's not under contract, you wonder what's wrong with it.
That is true. And you have to look at clients and going, no, doesn't mean something's wrong with the property. That's where the market has slowed slightly. We're not doing 105, we're doing 90.
Exactly.
Yeah, again, small town living with Morris, you've got, I was down and showing houses in Morris. I got a deal that closes Friday in Morris during Christmas. They had the downtown decorated so cute.
It's very cute. Morris is a really cute town. They've got a couple of good restaurants there. They've really upped their game in the last even 10 years.
The food in Morris and the restaurants in Morris are outstanding. Mm-hmm. I mean, and you get that small local vibe. But they had on the downtown main strip, they had the Christmas lights overhead, crisscrossing over the intersections. And it was just so pretty. I wanted to take a drive down there, and do the old-fashioned, let's go look at Christmas lights, and take Eddie, because Jeanette's car, it's a year old now, but it's still new, And she's got the big, huge skylight kind of moonroof. Oh,
yeah, the big, huge one. The double-wide moonroof.
So I thought it'd be cool for him to just sit there and stare up and look at lights, bud. I mean, but we all got, the Christmas COVID, so Merry Christmas to us. But yeah, Morris is, again, great. I'm looking at 13% with them. Want to look at Minooka. I want to see who do we think. So they're up, actually Morris is up higher, 13.9, where Minooka was up 13%. I'm wondering who's going to have the greatest increase year to date in the last 12 months. I think it's going to be Romeoville or Plainfield.
Oh, I'm saying Plainfield.
Yeah, that's what I think. Plainfield as well. Plainfield is hot.
We will see as we go through these numbers to see which community had the biggest increase. So let's stick in the Grundy area. Let's look at Braidwood. All right, so looking at Braidwood, 121 new listings, down 0.8%. Under contract was 95, down 5.9%. Closings were 95 units, down 3.1%. All these are inventory issues, folks. If you're looking to sell your house, now is the time. There's no doubt about it because you have an inventory shortage. All right, so the median sales price, $200,000 in Braidwood, 5.3%. And I think that's key for individuals right now, and we'll come back to that. The percentage of list price is 98.5. That is up 1.5%. So that's percentage of list price received. Average market time, 47 days, down 11.3. Any big things sticking out that you guys are noticing?
Not a big difference between from average, from the market time from last year. That's one thing that I see. Yeah, that's one of the part of the biggest things. Usually from the other ones, they're like 50%, more than 50%. And with Braidwood, it's less.
So I want to point that out, and that's exactly right. You're exactly right. Where we were seeing 50% drops in market time, the market time is down in Braidwood, but it's only down 11%. Braidwood is one of those outlying communities where I think a lot of people that are living in Braidwood and live in some of these other things, they're actually commuting to one of the larger towns for work. Yeah. Either Morris, or they're commuting into Joliet for their job, maybe even farther north. Who knows? Yeah. So I think Braidwood's going to be the town to watch, though, because, and this is not saying we are like 2005 or 6 and we're not going to have a market crash again, but I went through this in 04, 05, 06, where the prices got up in Joliet, in Plainfield, and you had individuals, that couldn't afford, in this case, like, let's be honest now, they can't afford a $300,000 house. That's the median price. So now they're looking outside of those towns, and now they're going to start going down to Braidwood. They're going to add a commute time, and that's why I think you're going to see a bigger drop in market time in Braidwood, because it's affordable, and that's going to be a big aspect. You're going to see that market time increase, but they have to be willing to make that drive to work, and that's going to be the change for Braidwood this year. They're going to be one of those communities that they're going to be looking at, well, I can't afford this, so I'm going to move farther out because the prices are going to go down.
And that's a natural progression as people move out of the city into the more suburban, more rural, because it's more affordable.
How far?
It'll be interesting to see.
How far is Braidwood from Joliet? Because I'm not really familiar with that area.
You are such a Joliet kid, aren't you?
I'm Joliet, Naperville area. That's
right. You use Joliet through and through. Yeah. You're looking about 20 minutes. 20 minutes? Yeah. You can make it down 20, 30 minutes. I mean, depending if you got 6 inches of snow, it might be 20 minutes or 30 minutes. But yeah, it's not a very bad or hard commute. Especially if you're one of those that are taking a job and you're looking at that Route 53 corridor by Center Point and working in that logistics field. Now you're actually coming from the other, where everybody's coming off at 80 to get in. You're going to be coming, you cut through Wilmington, you come up Route 53. Mm-hmm. And that would get you in, and you could get to work probably a little easier in some aspects. Your commute might be, depending on where you're coming from, could be close to the same, especially though you wouldn't have to worry about it, let's be honest, a wreck slowing you down on the I-80. How often does that happen? That hey, we're going to show houses, and your GPS is why isn't it not taking me on I-80? And you realize, I-80's backed up.
Yeah, forever backed up.
Yeah, and it's just going to, as they start to do road improvements,
even more banked up.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. So, all right, what else do I have left? I want to let's look at Channahon next. So Channahon, Nancy, why don't you go ahead and give us a rundown on Channahon?
Okay, trailing 12 months, new listings, 300. That was down 16.2%. Under contract, 220. Closed sales for the trailing 12 were 222. It was down 1.3%. Median sales price, $315,855. That was up 14.9%. Original percentage of original price, 100.7%, up 2.7%. And an average market time, down 48.5%, 34 days. Again, it's like Minooka. Shanahan and Minooka kind of go hand in hand. If people are looking in Minooka, they're looking in Shanahan and vice versa.
Well, and that's part of the way the school districts overlap.
Yes.
So the Shanahan School District feeds into the Minooka High School District. So that I definitely agree with you on that aspect. The still 48.5%. When you looked at Minooka was down 60.6%, and a median sales price of $305, where Shanahan is a median $315, so a higher median sales price. But your the market time did not decrease as much. So that's just an interesting little aspect of the numbers there. So,
but I'm not surprised that it's very close to Minooka's numbers.
I ran out to Shanahan, picked something up last night, and I'm just going through, and just, you know, that whole corridor down Route 6 is...
And just how much it's built up, how much it's changed. Yeah, it's crazy.
And I'm thinking the opposite. I mean, yes, it's built up. I think it's ready and positioned for a complete, like, it's ready to be taken off.
Yeah,
like,
for a big boom, I see it. I see it happening.
It is a great opportunity for restaurants, a great opportunity for, you know, whatever you're looking for, a business down that corridor right there on Route 6. It's 4 lanes. You know, you've got good traffic off of I-55. You could have I don't know if they have it. They may have it. I don't know if they do. But you could get, like, you know, where downtown Plainfield has their downtown group.
Yeah.
All right. You could get a Route 6 corridor group together and market and advertise together to get people in and get that, you know, volume in. Because, you know, hey, dollars to the community and, you know, sales tax is great, but it's even better when the dollars are also coming from outside your community to come in, and people are now spending money in your community because that gives you investment to put into your community.
Shanahan's a pretty cool town. I mean, I remember when I was in high school, I used to go there often and run cross country in their park, and it's just beautiful. I like it.
They have beautiful parks.
Yeah.
Their park system is really, really nice.
What part? McClintock Woods. That's where they used to run it.
Yep, I think so. I don't remember the name, but I remember going to Shanahan very often, you know, to practice.
Yeah, it's McClintock Works. I remember going there and running races at McClintock. Matter of fact, over the summer, when the kid decided to do one of his 5-mile bike rides, we went down the path that was next to, like, the it was kind of like next to, I want to say it was like a canal, but it really wasn't a canal. I don't know what it was.
Isn't that I.M. Canal?
Well, it could have been.
I mean, that's where...
I think you're right. I think it is.
Yeah, it is.
I think it is. Mosquito galore. Oh my God, we were getting bit up so bad.
Yeah, down in there.
Oh, it was horrible. And we turned around and ended up pulling off at McClintock and just calling Mom, come pick us up. He was done. All right, when we get back after the break, Lockport is next up on today's number show here with Get Real with Eddie. Hey, if you got questions on the market, give Nancy a call. Nancy, what's the best number to reach you at?
My number is 815-545-1162.
Say that one more time.
545-1162.
And Roberto, if they got questions and they want to reach you, what number can they reach you at?
815-995-5433.
All right, so I'm just sitting here realizing I really feel bad for the kids nowadays. This snowstorm's coming, and I don't think any of them are going to they'll get called off of school, and they're going to have to log in on Zoom.
Yep, no No snow days for them. Welcome to technology.
That is just wrong.
I mean, they missed a bunch of days on 2020, so...
If they have to make up the day later on, then they should not have to be on Zoom. I'm just going to point that out.
Yeah.
I mean, if they have to make the day up, no Zoom. If they don't have to make the day up, then okay, they can Zoom. All right, let's take a look at Lockport. Roberto, what do we got going on with Lockport numbers?
All right, for new listings, there is 532. That's down 7.3%. And then under contract, it's 434, up 2.4%. And then the median sales price is $299,200, up 15.1%. And then the average market time is 30 days, down 51.6%.
Percentage of list price, 99% too. So
Yeah.
they had a very nice market, but that says Lockport, if you're running into problems where I'm getting beat out and multiple offers and all this other stuff, if they're only averaging 99% of original list price, it's not that you have room to work. You're still paying full price. I think it tells me they did not run into multiple offers as much.
I'm going to show you, because I did. I sold in Lockport, and I was in plenty of problems. Where it came from was a checkout attached, where they were at 100.3%, up 2.6%, with the median sales price up 13.8%, $229. That's really where Lockport, the attached market in Lockport was hot last summer.
And that's what you were dealing with the multiple offers?
A lot of the crazy I was dealing with last year.
You know,
Lockport attached.
and one of the big things with them, a lot of their housing inventory is older housing stock. There's a lot of older houses there. There's some new construction on the outskirts, like down Gauger Road, things like that kind of falls into Lockport. But yeah, that's
Well, your listings didn't take as big a hit either, and that's part of the reason. Like, look at the trailing 12 new listings was only down 1.9%. So you can't find a detached, you're going attached. And they have newer attached housing in Lockport, and
Yeah, Lockport does a bunch of new attached. I mean, older buildings, I don't see. I see only single family detached, on older homes in Lockport.
so people were heading for the attached.
Mm-hmm.
it's an interesting aspect. It really is. All right, Nancy, give us a rundown on Shorewood.
Alrighty, Shorewood, trailing 12 new listings, 429 units, only down 0.7%. Under contract, 318. So it was above 6.4%. Closed sales, 322. Again, up 7%. Median sales price, $350,000, which was up 12.9%. Percentage of original price, 100.2%, up 3.2%. And average market time, 31 days, down 65.2%.
That is the biggest drop in market time I think we've had. The other aspect is, I want to go back. Lockport hit 15.1. I think Lockport right now, Shanahan was up 14.9, but Lockport is actually leading in market increase. When you're looking at it, Lockport right now is leading all of the communities that we've had done so far at 15.1% increase in the on detached. Yeah, we're focusing on detached. Shorewood, that's still not bad though. 12.9% increase.
Yeah, it's a healthy increase.
Anytime I can take and buy a property that's worth more than 10% the next year, that is a great increase.
That's a crazy increase.
That is like, okay, so that means I could buy it. Because here's one of the big arguments you always hear. Well, don't buy because, it's better to rent because, you got all that cost of selling. You have no flexibility. You're going to be stuck there for at least 3 years. Well, usually your cost of sale is roughly around, depending on your price point, around 10%. The higher prices you get up to 8 or 7.
Yeah, a general rule of thumb. I'd agree with that.
Yeah. So all of these communities are up more than 10%. I mean, I could sell it and walk away, maybe even get a little bit money back in my pocket, or an increase on, because the increase in volume has been, our price has gone up so much, I might get a couple grand in my pocket.
Yeah. In a year.
All right. Here we go. Romeoville. Let's see where, Romeoville is not going to be it, because Romeoville is looking in the trailing 12 months, 552 units, up 2.6% in new listings. Under contract is 472 units, up 3.3% in under contract. The closed sales are 492, up 13.6%. Median sales price, $260,000, up 13%. That is not beating out Lockport in the median sales price increase.
13% is very healthy.
Yep, and very healthy, great. Percentage of list price received, 101.8%. I think that is the highest percentage of list price received in Romeoville. 3.7% increase. Average market time is 27 days. 52.6% decrease in average market time. Is that 27% the lowest we've seen?
I believe.
All right, let's take a look. So, 31 days for Shorewood. 23. No, 23.
Oh, 23.
23 days on Lockport. So Romeoville is really just swinging things out of the park. All right, I want to take a look at, the forgotten hero next. The one that people always forget about.
Yes, they do.
And
it's the little secret.
And being the resident, Nancy, why don't you go ahead and give us numbers on Crest Hill?
I will. So, new listings, 208. They are up 8.3%. Under contract, 170 units, up 9.7%. Closed sales, 168, up 9.1%. Median sales price, up 13.2 at 238.5. Percent of original list price, 100.7%. That's up 4.1. And average market time, 28 days. And that is down 52.5%. So, Crest Hill, people are starting to think about looking there.
13% increase is a great number. Better than 100% of asking price. They're supported by 2 good grade schools, and it feeds into Lockport High School. Really, you see a big difference on that. So 238.
Crest will go into Plainfield schools too. So
I think there's a little edge that might be Bolingbrook. Or Romeoville too. I don't know where that cut is. It's like I don't know. I'd have to go back and look.
Yeah, it's Plainfield and Lockport.
Yeah.
I don't know where the Romeo goes.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Juliet. That's the other aspect.
Oh, yeah,
Some of Crest Hill goes Joliet High School.
Depending.
If
you're like Old Crest Hill, there's part of it that goes to Joliet.
There was Old Crest Hill, that Theodore, like Ward 1 and Ward 2.
Zone 2.
Yeah.
Zone 2 for the police people. That goes into
it's like Pioneer, where the apartment units are.
Yeah.
That some of that over there that feeds into Crest Hill, that goes Joliet High School. So I knew there was one more high school, and it's not Bolingbrook, it's Joliet. So great numbers.
Really solid for the little town that could.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything jumping out of what we've seen so far?
Just
market time.
Market time is just ridiculous. Down 50-60%.
Yeah, I have to agree. So, all right, we're going to take a quick break. When we get back from the break, we've got the big four for you. Bolingbrook, Plainfield, Naperville, and Joliet to finish it off. So keep it here with Get Real with Eddie. Welcome back to Get Real with Eddie. Hey, if you've got questions, we have answers on the market. Give me a call, 815-823-5478. Again, 815-823-5478. So we can help you put your plan together, whether you're buying or selling. You can also go to my website, click on sell, and get an immediate value for your house. That is at yourdwellings.com. YOURDWELLINGS. All right, so we are going to hit the big ones right now, starting with Bolingbrook. And Nancy, why don't you go ahead and give us the Bolingbrook stats?
Okay, trailing 12 months, Bolingbrook, new listings, 1,015. That's up 1.2%. Under contract, 852, also up 1.9%. Closed sales, 874, up 8.3%. Median price, $305,000, up 13.8%. Percent of original price received, 101.5%, plus up 3.3%. And average market time, 21 days, down 61.1%. Wow.
I think the 21 is the lowest on market time.
Yeah, that's the lowest we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the 101.5 is the highest we've seen.
On the
average price.
Average percentage of original list price received?
Yes. And after having listings in 2021 in Bolingbrook, I can tell you the amount of offers that I was getting on those listings reflect that.
Wasn't Bolingbrook the 50 offers? Was that?
No, that was Romeoville.
That was Romeoville. Because we had that one listing that had 50 offers on it.
Yes. That was Romeoville. The Bolingbrook was 18 offers.
It's still, and in contact.
And good offers. I mean, not just people coming in making crazy little offers. No, like I had to do a spreadsheet for my clients.
And in context, just for those that are listening, the house in Romeoville that had 50 offers, that was probably $100,000 under the median price. It needed work, it needed repairs, and we had people coming in still wanting to buy that house, either to flip.
We broke showing time because there was over 100 showings, 104 showings in 3 days.
Yeah.
It broke showing time.
Yeah, that was...
It was a great opportunity.
There was learning lessons on all sides on that one, let's be honest.
Yeah. Talk about spreadsheets. Yeah.
Great numbers, but right now, Lockport is still out in front when you're looking at the median sales price increase, because all the other numbers are great and that gives us an idea where the market's going. But as a homeowner, the only number you care about is that percentage of increase. How much more is my house worth today? And so Bolingbrook up 13.8%. Plainfield's. Let's take a look at Plainfield here. So Plainfield's looking at new listings, 1,936. They're down in new listings by 3.6%.
Felt like they were down a lot more. Just saying. Go ahead.
It did feel like they were down a lot more. Under contract, they are at 1,612 in the last 12 months, up 1.8% under contract. The closed units of 1,596 was up 4% in closed units. The median sales price was in Plainfield, $340,000, up 16.3%. We have a new leader in percentage of increase in the median sales price, and it is Plainfield. The percentage of list price received, 101.9%, up 3.6. That also, I think, is the highest number we've seen in the last 12 months out of all the municipalities. Average market time, 26 days, though. That is not the lowest market time we've seen. Down 55.2%. Still, great numbers in Plainfield. $340,000 to buy a property in Plainfield now on the median sales.
Median. Yes.
But still, I mean, there's opportunities that are above and below. And when you're looking at almost 2,000 units, or 1,500, it was over 1,500, 2,000 new listings, over 1,500 units closed, it's a big sample size. So you can have stuff above and below to get to that center point of 340.
Oh, yeah.
What's the population-wise in Plainfield? Because I feel with Plainfield, it's more listings and more compared to Joliet. Remember looking back a while back, I was kind of like, surprised with that big number.
That's a great question, and it's misleading because you've got part of population that's actually addressed to Joliet or Plainfield, but it's not Plainfield. It's Joliet.
And you know how I say it, but I always call it Jofield.
All right, what are you pulling up online? Anybody got a number for me for population?
That's what I'm at.
You got Plainfield or?
Plainfield, Illinois population, 43,110.
And looking at the other number for the trailing 12, that's where we get the inventory of homes. There was only 77 single-family units left over at the end of December. So that's not a lot of houses for a population of 43,000.
That's a drop, literally.
All right. Let's take a look at Naperville. Roberto, you want to do Naperville or do you want to do Joliet? Joliet's going to be the last one.
I'll do Naperville.
You want to do Naperville? All right.
All right, so for new listings, there's 2,811, down 14.1%. And then for under contract, there is 2,169, that's up 6.3%. And then closed sales, there's 2,205, up 9.6%. And then the median sales price is 525,914, up 15.6%. And then the percent of original list price is 99.3%, up 3%. And then for average market time is 42 days, down 50.6%.
That's shocking to me.
Average market time?
Yeah, 42 days seems a lot higher than I would have thought for Naperville.
Well, but look at the average. Look at the median price point.
Yeah, there's not much.
And that's a valid point because as you go up in price, your price gets higher, the number of qualified buyers does go down. I get it. But still, I would have thought that number would have still been closer to 30. Either around above or below 30, not at 42. Do you think people are looking, maybe, or is it just me, or is people looking at other options other than Naperville? Maybe that's why Plainfield's medium.
I was going to say north end of Plainfield, and this is what I found because I bought and sold heavy in Plainfield and that area. People would look at Naperville, and they would get more bang for the buck on the north end of Plainfield than they were in Naperville, and so they were hitting Plainfield, north side of Plainfield specifically, first.
And you still have Plainfield North High School. You've got Plainfield School District. The restaurants in downtown Plainfield are become amazing.
Well, downtown Plainfield has really leveraged themselves to be Little Naperville.
Yeah.
The downtown part of Naperville.
Yeah, it's pretty similar. I mean, I'm not really familiar with Plainfield. I've been there a couple of times, but I'm mostly, when I go hang out, I usually go to downtown Naperville. And
You should try downtown Plainfield. It's
yeah,
really nice down there.
I pass by there, and it's,
I
I
want to go
there.
Yeah,
it's
we spent
pretty
a lot
cool.
of time, my husband and I.
The restaurants are just amazing. Some of them have been there forever. Like Reuben's has been there just for I don't know how long. The Opera House is outstanding. We had installation there back in October. That was the first time I was there. We haven't had a chance to go back. We've been on a boat kick lately, like going to Harris Casino.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the last 2 times we wanted a steak, we're heading that way.
I've never eaten there, honestly.
The food at the Reserve at Harris, I was very impressed with.
Really?
Yeah, so.
Okay.
Joliet. All right, let's finish off Joliet, and we're going to wrap up today's show. So, new listings in Joliet, 1,859. That is up 2.1%. Somebody pull me the population of Joliet, see whether they got it updated. All right, wonderful. Under contract, 1,519 units, up 2.2%. The median closed units, 1,522, up 6.4%. The median sales price in Joliet is $225, up 16%. That is beating out everything but Plainfield. Plainfield had 16.3%, so Joliet comes in second. I would have not seen that coming. Percentage of list price received, 100.4%. It's up 3.2%. The average market time in Joliet is 28 days, down 47.2%. So there is a lot of market opportunity, I think, in Joliet when you're looking at everything that's going on. And that, just to let you know, we finished the month off of December with 140 homes. For what population, Roberto?
It's 147,826.
So basically 1%.
Yeah.
They have 1%, that percent.
Plainfield has 1%. Yeah.
No, Joliet. 140.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we're in Joliet now.
I'm comparing Juliet and Plainfield.
In your head?
Yeah. Population in my head.
Yeah,
I replace my head. Okay.
And then Plainfield, how many new listings were there? There were 70 or
Plainfield in the last 12 months
77.
had 77 homes at the end of the month available.
Yeah. Juliet has 100.
140.
140. I'm okay.
But Joliet, on a size comparison, is probably anywhere from double to triple. Population-wise,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like triple.
population-wise, they are triple pretty much.
Yep.
40,000 to 140,000?
Well, that'd be 4 times. Then.
4 times almost. Almost. 60.
Almost.
160 would be the 4 times.
Yeah.
So, it's still up 16%. I'm very happy as a resident of Joliet. I will be honest to know that my house is worth 16% more than it was last year. There's no doubt in my mind. That pretty much wraps up everything for today on the numbers. As we promised, I know it's a hard listen when you're sitting in the car and you're waiting just to hear your own town, but it's still great information to have. Anything major sticking out from all of the numbers or predictions or thoughts after we've seen all these for all these communities?
I see a lot of strong value as a seller, no matter where you are in the area. You've got a lot of value to work with, so you can move if you decide you want to move or you want to refi and take some money out for education or, whatever. As a seller, overall in our area, it's been a beautiful year.
Yeah, I have to agree. It's been a great year, and it really has fallen in line with what you're seeing nationally, what you're seeing, actually nationally we're seeing a lot more, a little higher. We're seeing 20% or more. And the fact that we're being the normal Midwest, we're not going up as high, but we did go up in value. Usually means if something was to happen, which there's nothing in the future that says it's going to, we're going to be fine and we're going to be set. All right, that wraps it up for Get Real with Eddie, folks. Don't forget, go online, check us out in between shows at getrealwitheddie.com.
Thanks for listening to Get Real with Eddie. Eddie Ruettiger is a realtor at Baird Warner in Plainfield, license number 475141896. Managing broker Steve Engel. For more information on your neighborhood, call Eddie at 815-823-5478 or visit yourdwellings.com.